Hello guys, and welcome to another video from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you all the functions on the Casioak. So the Casio G-Shock GA-2100 module 5611. So this is going to work for all Casioak models out there. Plastic, different colors, metal, it doesn't matter. Now guys, I'm going to leave timestamps in the description below to all the settings and functions so that you can jump quickly to a certain feature or function that most interests you. But if you are new to this exact model, I would suggest you watch the entire video so that you know how to completely use your Casio GA-2100. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about are the four main buttons. So you are going to use the mode button here in order to toggle between the current time that is displayed on the home screen. If you press it one more time, it is going to go to world time. Then it is going to go to the stopwatch, timer, one more time alarm, then we have time once again. So when you start to wear and work on your G-Shock, you need to have the time displayed. Now in order to switch between the time and the date, we are going to press the start button when you are in the home screen. As you can see, we now have the 26th of February. If you want to switch back to current time, press the start button once again, and you are going to have the time displayed. Here we have the light button, which is going to work for 1.5 or 3 seconds, depending on whether you have LT1 or LT3 activated. I'm going to show you. And then you also have the adjust button. If you press the adjust button only once, it is going to show you your current home city. So here we have Lisbon, so only the abbreviation. Now, before you start setting the time and date, you need to make sure that the hands are aligned on your watch. The hands can be misaligned after the battery replacement or magnetism. So you might see a different time between the digital time and the analog time that is displayed. Also, there might be a problem with the sub-dial at 9 o'clock in case it doesn't show the correct day of the month. So you need to make sure that you align both the analog hands and the sub-dial. And you do that by pressing and holding the adjust button for 5 seconds. So let's do that. We are going to press and hold. We have the set, keep on pressing. Then we have H set. And when you hear the double click, so the double beep, you are going to arrive at sub. The sub is referencing to the sub dial here at 9 o'clock. Now when you make this calibration, so this alignment, it should always be set at Sunday, as you can see right here. So not the current day of the week, but Sunday. And you can use the two buttons on the right in order to go right and left. You can also press and hold in order to speed scroll. And you need to make sure that it is perfectly aligned at Sunday, just like this. Once you have the sub dial set and calibrated, you are going to press the mode button once, and now you are going to see the digital display pointing to 00, so to midnight. And that means that the analog display should also point to midnight, so 12. Now in most cases when you have this problem, you are going to see these hands misaligned, just like that. And what you can do here is to once again use the two buttons on the right. You will be able to use the start button in order to go forward and the light button in order to go backwards. Now if you press and hold any of these two buttons, you are going to speed scroll, meaning as you can see, the time will move a lot faster. You can press any of the two buttons and it will stop. Now I'm going to go backwards in order to align it, so to calibrate it at exactly 12 o'clock. Once you get closer, you can once again press any of the two buttons. Just like that. As you can see, we are not pointing exactly at 12 o'clock, so I'm going to go one position to the right. And we are done. So once you have calibrated the sub dial and also the time, you can press the adjust button, and now everything should be pointing correctly. So the digital display should match the analog display, and also if you have the month, day of the month and year set, the day of the week should also be pointing correctly, because that is something automatically done by the watch. Now the first function that we are going to talk about is the date setting, the time setting, the DST, home city, and so on. And you can access those by pressing the adjust button for 3 seconds. So this time only 3 seconds. You are going to hear the first beep, and that is when you know that you have arrived at this setting. We are going to use the mode button in order to toggle between different options, and you are going to use the 2 buttons on the right in order to change, so to set each function. Now the first thing that we can set is the home city. As you can see, we had Lis, which is the abbreviation for Lisbon, and now we have Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. So I am set on Portugal time. I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can see all those time zones, and you need to find a city that matches your time zone so you can go and check them out. We are going to use the 2 buttons in order to go east and west. As you can see, we have Stockholm, Athens, Cairo, Jerusalem, Moscow, and so on. And you are going to use the light button in order to go backwards. And I'm going to leave it once again at Lisbon. Now I'm going to go to the next function, and I'm going to use the mode button in order to go there. Here we have the DST function, so the daylight savings time. Now you can leave it off, or if you want to be on summertime, you need to have it on, and you can do that by pressing the start button. You have now set it on. If you want to leave it like this, you can press the mode button and continue. I'm going to leave it off. Now I'm going to press the mode button once again. Here you can switch between 24-hour display and 12-hour display. So this is the military time, so 24-hour display, and here we have 12-hour display, meaning it is going to show you AM or PM. I prefer the 24-hour, so I'm going to leave it at 24 hours. I'm going to press the mode button once again, and here we can set the seconds. Now if you press the start button while the seconds are above 30 seconds, it is going to reset to 0, but a minute will be added as well. As you can see, it changed to 55. If I press it now, so between 1 and 29 seconds, it is going to reset to 0 without adding another minute. Now if I press the mode button once again, I can set the hours. As I mentioned, I am in military time, so I can set up to 23. So I'm going to leave it at 10. You can also use the speed scroll function, meaning if you press and hold any of the 2 buttons, you are going to move a lot faster, and this is very useful when you set the minutes or the hours in military time. I'm going to press the mode button once again. Here I'm going to use the speed scroll function once again, so I'm going to set it to 35. You can also go one by one. Now I'm going to press the mode button again. Here we can set the year. Here is another place where the speed scroll function is very useful. As you can see, you can go very fast and change the years. So I'm going to leave it once again at 2024. I'm going to press the mode button once again. Here you can select the month. So now we are on February. I can go backwards and set it at February or December. That was the faster way. Now I'm going to press the mode button once again, and I'm going to make it the 1st of December. Just like that. If I press the mode button once again, I'm going to arrive at the keytone. The keytone is actually the beeping sound that your buttons make when you press them. So you can use the start button once again in order to mute that or to leave it on. When you mute it, you are going to be able to also see on your display mute. So that is going to appear, and you will know that your beeping sound, so the keytone, is muted. I'm going to leave it on, and I'm going to press the mode button to go even further to the last function, which is the lighting settings. So here you can switch between 3 and 1, and when it is on 1, your light function is going to work for 1.5 seconds. If you switch it to 3, it is going to be active for 3 seconds. I prefer the 3 seconds, and I'm going to click the mode button once again, and as you can see, we have arrived once again at the first function, which is the home city. Now if you made a mistake, you can start and toggle between all the options once again. And you can use the 2 buttons on the right in order to adjust any of the features that you want. Once you have finished the process, so everything is set and done, press the adjust button and you have ended that process. All the settings and changes that you have made will be saved. Now we are going to discuss the mode function. So we are going to go to world time function, stopwatch, alarm, and we are going to press the mode button once, and the first thing that we can see is the world time function. We have the first city, which is New York City. So it is first going to show you a 3-letter abbreviation, and then it is going to show you the full name, so New York, and then you are going to have the local time in New York. Now a very important thing here is to actually have the home city, the correct home city already set, and also the correct time. Now if you want to see a different city, you are going to press the start button and it is going to show you the next city. So you can only go due east. If you press the light button, it won't go backwards, it will only show you the light on the screen. So you can only activate the light function. So if I press the start button, it is going to show me different cities, so different abbreviations. As you can see, we have Rio, and then you can actually see Rio de Janeiro, and then you can actually see the local time there. So let's see that as well, 7:44. Now another cool feature here is that you can actually activate the DST function for a certain city, and you do that by pressing and holding the adjust button. As you can see, we hear a beep, and now we also have a dot right there that appears near the DST on the digital display, and that shows you that the DST function is on. So now when we are going to see the time, it is going to be changed. So it is 8:45. If I press the adjust button once again, it will turn off the DST function, and as you can see, when the current time is going to be displayed, it will change. So now it is 7:45. Now if I want to go even further, I can keep on continue to press the start button. So once again, you can only go due east, and you can activate the DST function for any of the cities that you want. Now if I press the mode button once again, we are going to arrive at the stopwatch. Now here you can do 3 things. You can press the start button and use it in order to start, stop, begin again, stop, and then you can use the adjust button in order to reset. Now you also have the option for a split time, meaning you can start the timer, you can press the adjust button this time, and as you can see here on the digital display, we have an SPL that is beeping. This means that while this current time is displayed, the stopwatch is running in the background. So if I press the adjust button once again, it is actually going to show me the time from when we began. Now you can also press the adjust button once again and note this time down, and once again the stopwatch keeps on going. So this is a very cool feature. So now I can press the adjust button, I can stop it, and then I can reset it to 0. Now the third option is for first and second place. So you can get times for first and second place. You can press the start button as the 2 runners begin the race, and when the first runner ends the race, you can press the adjust button. So now we are going to have the split time, and when the second runner finishes, you can press the start button this time. And as you can see right here, we have the first place displayed. You are going to take a pen and note that down, and when you press the adjust button, you are going to see the second place time, and you are going to note that down as well, and when you press the adjust button, it will reset to 0. So those were the functions for the stopwatch. Now we are going to press the mode button, and this time we are going to arrive at the timer, so the countdown timer. By default, it is going to be set to 10 minutes. So you can press the start button in order to start the countdown timer. As you can see, 9, 59, 54, and so on. Then you can also stop it and resume. And if you stop and press the adjust button, it will actually reset to your initial time, so the 10 minutes. So this comes with a 24-hour countdown timer, which is settable to the second. So you can even set up to 1 second, or you can set 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 second. So in order to adjust, so to set the timer at the desired time, you can press and hold the adjust button. It is going to show you the set. Now in the first one, you can actually set the hours. As you can see right here, you can also press and hold in order to use the speed scroll function. Both buttons are going to work here just as if you were setting the time or date. If I press the mode button, I can actually adjust the minutes. and also once again the speed scroll function is going to work. I'm going to leave it at 0. If I press the mode button once again, you can see that I can set the timer to 1 second. Now if I leave it to 0, just like that, and I press the adjust button, this will actually mean 24 hours. So when I press the start button, it will actually count down from 24 hours. So 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. I'm going to press the start button and then the adjust in order to reset. So that was the countdown timer. Now we are going to press the mode button once again in order to arrive at the last function, which is the alarm and hourly chime. So here you have 5 alarms and an hourly chime, so an hourly beep, meaning it will beep on each full hour. So once you are at 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, it is going to beep. Now we are going to use the start button in order to toggle between these alarms. So as you can see, each alarm has a certain hour and all of them are off for now. By default, all of these alarms, so all 5 are going to be set at midnight, so 0, 0, 0. Now if you want to turn on or off any of the alarms, you only press the adjust button. As you can see now the alarm is on, and also here on the digital display you are going to see ALM on. Now you can also turn it off. Then you can go to, let's say, the 5th alarm and you can turn this one on. Now we have it on, and also the ALM it's going to display if I press the start button once again. So if we go past the 5 alarms, we are going to arrive at the hourly chime. You are also going to see a SIG. Now if I press the adjust button, as you can see, SIG is on, meaning that the hourly beep is on. And also here you can see that we have the ALM and the SIG both on the display. Now I'm going to turn the SIG off. It will also disappear right here. And now I'm going to go to the 5th alarm once again in order to turn it off, just like that. Now in order to set an alarm, you are going to press and start the adjust button for 3 seconds. A very important thing to know is that when you start to set an alarm, it is also going to turn that alarm on. So let's see that. So set. As you can see, we have the alarm now on, and also ALM appeared on the digital display. The first thing that you can set is the hours. So we can actually also speed scroll here and also use both buttons in order to go forward with the start button or backwards. Now if I press the mode button once again, it will switch to the minutes. So you can also speed scroll here. Once you have done, so once you have finished, you can press the adjust button and you are done. That alarm will be activated and it will have the set time that you desire, so 10:29. Now if you want this alarm to be off, you can press the adjust button once again and that alarm is off. So that is how you can turn on and off the alarm or the hourly beep, and also using the adjust button you can set it. So if I press the mode button once again, it is going to take me to the home screen, so to the time. So guys, now I have arrived at the home screen. I have explained to you all the features and functions on the Casio GA-2100. I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it useful. If so, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and appreciate this content. Also, make sure to share it with all Casio G-Shock watch lovers out there. If you enjoy this type of content, guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have a bunch of videos, watch reviews, watch restorations, and other watch tutorials on other G-Shock models, for example. Once again, guys, like, subscribe, and I'm going to see you on the next video.